Welcome back to Richmond, Virginia, and inside of City Stadium. It's the Kickers and Spokane Velocity. The #1 team in the league has made the trip down to take on Richmond. Let's take a look at the starting lineups of these two sides. First, the home lineup of the Kickers. Lots of guys to keep an eye on. Terzagi's been so good. Our player to watch before the break, if you weren't with us, was number 9 up there, Joshua Kirkland, near the top right of your screen. I'd also recommend keeping an eye on O'Dwyer, and in goal is Sneddon, who's been so good all year long. I'll tell you more about my conversation with head coach Jared Sawatsky. And our player to watch during the pregame was Morancio. He's been so good in goal, leading the league with clean sheets with 5. The head coach, Lee Wiedemann, who is an absolute genius on the whiteboard. That's a look at your starting lineups. The 4-2-3-1, the 4-3-4. Keys to the game in this match, they've got to make up for Darwin Espinal being out. He's unavailable for this one. He is tied in the Golden Boot race with Anwar Pelaez, who's not in the starting lineup. He's on the bench to start this match for Spokane. Richmond's going to have to control the ball early. They can't let Spokane get out ahead. Spokane will have to keep that back line strong. For most of the year, Richmond has led in scoring, but right now they're tied with who else? The Velocity. And Spokane has been good. They've been so successful. They're going to have to extend their winning ways, keep the streak going. They're unbeaten in 4 of their last 5, and they're going to look to keep the magic alive on the road in Virginia on this beautiful field at City Stadium. On the left, wearing red kits, the Richmond Kickers. On the right, the #1 team in USL 1. Spokane Velocity. I'm Gabriel Schray. Welcome inside of City Stadium for a barn burner of a match. Buckle your seatbelts because we are underway with this one on ESPN. We specialize in capitalizing on these opportunities up and down the field. In the 5th minute, roll down the end line, push to the edge of the wing. Velocity try this for the penalty spot. The header, Sneddon swats it away, put back away, and this one rolls off. What a save by James Sneddon. Lights out to get us started. That was incredible. Fully extended, another Richmond native. Back underway, Velocity to midfield. Lewis. Across the top of the center field circle. Fernandez tries the air ball. Seufert strikes this, floated to the spot, header, and this one off the top of the twine. Carlos Morancio Valdez watches that sail by. Nice strike of the ball, just couldn't quite get the touch he needed. Another look. Great delivery by Seufert. He placed that exactly where the ball needed to be. And the redirection from Barnathan is off the mark. He looks disappointed, but that's a great effort. 20th minute, deadlock between these two sides. It's Spokane and Richmond in USL 1 play. So glad you're with us. This has been great so far. In trouble, they'll go backwards. Spokane perfectly evolving and changing shape. Sneddon lets one go. Here come the red kits. Some space this time. Intercepted. On the halfway line, Spokane, he's got some space, leaves it off down into the wing, up along the touchline, shot, this one deflected away, out front, trying to clean it up, and the howitzer goes wide. Intercepted. On the halfway line, Spokane, he's got some space, leaves it off down into the wing, up along the touchline, shot, this one deflected away, out front, trying to clean it up, and the howitzer goes wide. Told me that travel's the worst he's dealt with. Long delivery. Spokane tries to send it inside, sidesteps a defender, a handoff, and this one collected. Towards the wing they go. Down to the corner. Spokane tries, knifes around one defender, left off, tried to fire the shot, and he couldn't get a boot on it. Recollected on the penalty arc. Spokane fires through traffic, just wide of the right stick for the Velocity. Loki Opara. And that will be the conclusion of our first 3/4 of an hour of regulation. Welcome inside of City Stadium. It's Pro Side Soccer on ESPN. Terzaghi got us started and bent long immediately by the Kickers. Spokane. It's John Brown. From midfield. Heeled across and now rolled back to the center field circle. Lewis tries the wing. He's got help there from Opara. Lucky the bend and through the 6-yard box on the backside. Top shelf, bang! Spokane breaks it wide open and makes it 1-0 immediately to start the second half of play. 901 FC scores the goal to make it 1-0 Spokane. Ball went into the wing. Opara pushed it over the top. They tried to clear it away, and he's able to light that one up.
Leaving the match is number 9, Josh Kirkland.
Just over the top, easily rustling the twine and making it 1-0 for the Velocity of Spokane. Two defenders in position. The Velocity lead the Kickers. Richmond will now have to respond if they want to even play to a draw. Spokane's got it again. Long ball over the top. Snedden was out of position and just pushed into the dasher boards behind the twine. Just a minute and a half into the second half. Delivered long, 6-yard box, headed to the backside, and this sails over the top of the twine. Remains 1-0 Velocity. Yaya's got some work to do inside before delivering the signal. Delivered long, 6-yard box, headed to the backside, and this sails over the top of the twine. He's a product of the Portland Timbers Academy. Seufert in the 77th. Bent into the area. Kickers, this one headed out into the wing, and Spokane's got it rolling their way. Long strike of the ball through traffic. Gets around the final defender. Spokane free and running. He's back in the way, down into the area. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Cuts inside, fires a shot, and the Kickers have this cleared by Franca. Let's look at it again. Beckett Howe gets back, and that's just enough help to slow him down. Fires an absolute blast, and Snedden is there, parked on the edge, batters it down. Way to stay with it. And I'll remind you again, that's a homegrown. Can roll this out to midfield. It's taken by Richmond, but too little, too late. Spokane plays to a 1-0 win on the road to extend their league-leading 25 points out to 28.